Now, get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Oh, boy. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'd say live on radio, television, YouTube, and Twitter, but not Twitter this afternoon. It's kind of a blessing as far as not being able to post, but then later I realized this 12-hour ban that X put me on, that'll crush my show for this afternoon as far as Twitter following. Apologies out there in the Twitter world. Check us out on YouTube, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson on YouTube. We're on television, Cox Channel 4 TV right now, Spectrum Channel 333 TV right now. We're on the radio, about 4 different radio stations, AM, FM, Oh So Fine 93.9 FM. Oh So Fine 93.9. You can also check us out on the other end of the FM dial, 107.9 FM, 107.9 FM. 600 AM goes from like Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. 1560 AM over on the North Shore and Southern Mississippi. CoreyTalks.com has all the info. CoreyTalks.com. Yeah, Mario is emotional. There's no doubt. Someone had a video of, I saw a video of Charlie Kirk getting shot from afar. I watched it a second time. That was yesterday. I felt no need to watch it again. I watched some video today. I guess it pulled me to TikTok or something. And then the next video is Charlie Kirk up there talking, a much closer view, getting clearly shot in the neck and blood flying. And I just saw it one time and it was sickening. And I immediately, I was on Twitter X and someone posted something like, when they find this guy should be strung up and hung like in the, for everyone to see in the middle of the city or something. And I text back because I thought I said it yesterday that you want to grab this guy and bring him to the town square and beat him to death with sticks. I go, but you can't, it's America, and just, I don't want to incite violence. But I disclaimed it, obviously. You can't, it's America. We're going to put him in jail for 50 years. this mental idiot who got a gun and obviously is a very good shot, and it's going to cost us a couple of $1 million. I mean, that's the incidental. The main thing is Charlie Kirk, like him or not, married, couple of kids, like him or not, got murdered, and it's unacceptable. So I was like, yeah, that guy, because I just had seen the gunshot at closer range, and it is, like I said, sickening and devastating, and it's traumatic, and it's beyond sad and tragic. So I posted that. Yeah, I was not hang him, but beat him in the town square with sticks or something. And but we can't do that. It's America, you know. But he's going to go to jail for 50 years, and it's going to cost us $2 million. All just a big waste, whatever. And X was like inciting violence and banned me for 12 hours. So dumb on my part. I take full responsibility. I won't ever post anything like that again. I might say it on the show again because I'm kind of disclaiming it. I'm not into violence or anything sick like that, but emotionally it makes you want to do that, especially when you see that assassination. You know, Charlie Kirk, murdered, assassinated. Yep, sickening, tragic. Wife, a young wife, a 3-year-old daughter, a 1-year-old son. Adversely affects their lives forever. Dad's gone forever. A rifle was found. A photo of the suspect, or in this case right now, a person of interest. A person of interest is out there now. No, this isn't about agree or disagree with political ideology. That has to be put on the side. This is just beyond, you know, tragic. Maybe somehow, the political extremes on both sides will put down the hate, the divisive rhetoric, and try to, try to come together somehow. I'm just very skeptical right now. There's this vicious loop in the political world. Hey, Mario Brothers, we got to roll, brother. We got to roll. Okay, no time to talk. That's all right. No, we don't have time to talk. You got controls to run.
I felt bad. She's 94
No,
years old.
that's nice. Well, you're nice.
You're
nice, but we got to keep going, man.
Yeah,
you got buttons to push, phone calls to answer, all that.
Yeah, you're right.
766-9480. 766-9480. Besides, I'm like hearing your whole conversation.
My bad. She was talking about she loves the show. She thought it was on Channel 4, but she doesn't know how to get to it.
Well, it is. It's on Cox Channel 4.
Yeah, that's what
not Channel 4, not WWL television.
Yeah, but Channel 4 on.
Right, Channel 4 on Cox.
Yeah. Hope she figures it out.
Yeah, that could be my mom. My mom's 94. Maybe she was trying to figure out how to catch me. And she has Cox.
Man.
I don't know if my own mom watches the show or not.
I hope she does.
Yeah, I hope she does. 766-9480 is the phone number.
My mom watches sometimes.
766-9480. Hey, Mrs. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Mrs. Latin X. 766-9480 is how you can dial us up. No, I apologize to the 94-year-old viewer listener. But yeah, we got a program we got to get going. No, this vicious loop I was mentioning in politics, the left hates the right. I'm talking about the extremes. The right hates the left. You're a sellout if you don't within your own party. You're like a sellout. What are you doing talking to them? What are you doing trying to work with them? That's what politics is all about. I mean, by definition, the word compromise is somewhere in the definition of politics, and it's a major part of it. No, it's just social media is sick. It is so toxic right now. You have some prominent Republicans, some prominent Democrats. Let's come together, unity. And then you get just people on both sides. The hell with that. These people are evil. They did it. these people are evil. They did. I mean, pick your side, left or right. Just fill in. I mean, I talk about this all the time. Just fill in the blanks with Republican or Democrat or conservative or liberal and the same verbiage. No, there's just something very wrong with this. This is simple and basic. The politics and all these like moral and ethical judgments that are thrown out there and all this nonsense, a lot of it behind pseudonyms, especially on social media. It's real simple when you break it down. They don't want you to break it down and make it simple. They want it to, bake it on a hot skillet, sizzling. Now, there's basically two kinds of people in the world. There's two kinds of people in the world. There are people that bring people together, and there are people that are divisive. That's pretty much it. They're people that bring people together, and they're people that are divisive. And I don't know what makes people divisive. Bad, draw the cards, traumatic experiences in life. I'm not making excuses for anyone. We're all in this world. There's a way to be. There's a way to act, respecting others, treating people like you want to be treated. Respect. No, two kinds of people. People that bring people together and people that are divisive. And just think about, who do you hang around with? What are the folks that you like or love? What are they like? How does it influence you? Bradley Sneller from Stacked Coaching is going to join us in a little while, and he always talks about, like, you want to be successful, hang around successful people. You want to be in fit, in good shape, hang around people that are fit and in good shape. I mean, these are like basic things. So no, you get that negative person, always jaded, always cynical, not content, much less happy, not even content. You don't need that in your life. You're going to get a flat tire, or it's going to rain, or, rock's going to hit your windshield, whatever. Some crap's going to be thrown our way automatically. It's called life. Got to deal with the real stuff that affects you. That's real, not the makeup stuff that you go create. Don't need the negative vibe. No, if you're a Republican and you think Democrats do nothing good, all wrong, or if you're a Democrat and you think Republicans do nothing good, they're all wrong, you're part of the problem. And if you can't see that, if you think the liberal view or the conservative view, there you go, Mario Brothers. If you think the liberal view or the conservative view is the only view, and the other side is absurd, is ridiculous, un-American. I love when folks inject like ethics, morals, integrity, honor, pride, like with political affiliation or ideology. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Unbelievable. No, both Republicans and Democrats, the extremes. That's the problem. Not mainstream Republicans or Democrats. That's most of us out there. Corey Johnson with you. We're coming right back.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. As New Orleans as coffee in the morning and as New Orleans as coffee in the morning and raw oysters for lunch. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
I scooped up another pair of prescription glasses at Art and Eyes. They'll be ready in a week or so. You'll be seeing me wear. I'm putting these they'll just be hanging out. I'll wear these again in a few months. But went into Art and Eyes and grabbed another pair of prescription glasses. What an incredible place. They had a lady in there. What do you think? She's asking me. I'm just a customer in there. I was like, glad to talk with her. And she was putting on different glasses. Like, those I think look really good on you. And it was just my opinion. I have no problem giving my opinion. It's what I do. She picked the right person to ask. Anyway, she had about 8 pairs of glasses on this nice silver tray and narrowing them down. I've done this a bunch. Yesterday, it was about 2 or 3 pairs that I liked. I've walked out with none, but I got it down to 2. And then one was kind of a traditional pair like these. And then one was sort of going outside my comfort zone. So I went outside my comfort zone a little bit. If you wear prescription glasses or you need a great pair of sunglasses, check out Art and Eyes on Magazine in Uptown. Google them, Art and Eyes on Magazine. I'll tell you one of the best things about them. Name brands you've never heard of because they're ridiculously super high quality, made in Japan, made in Italy, made in the United States, small batches, handcrafted. It's high quality eyewear. It's not Luxottica stuff at the, mall. Art and Eyes on Magazine. Google them. Thursday afternoon, Corey Johnson with you. Charlie Kirk murdered, assassinated. The political ideology doesn't matter at all. I disagree probably with the majority of what Charlie Kirk's all about. The majority I would disagree with. I think Charlie's a little, right of right center. I don't think he's a moderate. I think he's, pretty hardcore right. And I don't think I think he likes some liberal things, but I think generally speaking, he doesn't like a lot of 80% of Democrat or liberal ideas. But I also think he's hyper intelligent. He is insanely educated on the topics he discusses. He may not be correct. He speaks with a lot of confidence. I heard him one time, I think 56 people signed the Declaration of Independence. He said 55 of the 56 were pretty hardcore Christian. And I think that you can interpret that a lot of ways. But I certainly wouldn't want to get into a discussion with him about it, because he knows it ridiculously well and quotes Bible scripture and all kind of stuff. It's just, he's got a big brain. There's no doubt about it. He's highly intelligent and he is educated on the topics he discusses. And he's a major activist and influencer. I mean, Donald Trump, when he won the presidency and he's thanking people, I mean, it wasn't 1,000 people. It was like a half dozen or so, and one of them was Charlie Kirk for bringing the young vote. He goes on college campuses because it's more of a liberal left slant there, and it's not some set up system against the world. It's just how it is. I mean, what's the old expression? When you're young, if you're not liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're old and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain. I mean, generally speaking, that's sort of how it works. I mean, the older you get, the kind of more conservative you get. You're not going the opposite way. When you're younger, you're in college, things are wide open. You're trying to learn. You live and learn. That was a mistake. Don't do that again. You're trying to become an adult. So he's on college campuses, which are mostly left, and trying to put his spin on things, and got a lot of people motivated, got a lot of people thinking differently. And Donald Trump credits him for bringing in that young vote, which maybe tipped the scales in his direction. I mean, there's lots of different groups people like pointing at, and you can point at a bunch of groups, and Trump won this, and that's why so-and-so Harris lost, whatever, But he acknowledges Charlie Kirk. So for me, it's, I don't think Charlie, can someone pull some quote or comment from Charlie Kirk that he said or even took out of context? No doubt. But I don't think this guy's like inciting violence, married, 2 kids. I've looked at some of his stuff. I'm not a Charlie Kirk expert, but throughout the last few years, it's like hard to avoid. And I'm interested. So I'm listening, watching interviews, what he says, how he thinks. All of that's pretty irrelevant, because some lunatic that's a damn good shot and disagree with Charlie Kirk was saying yesterday. I think a lot more than that, obviously, to get out there and get in a position to assassinate him. No, he's been disagreeing with Charlie Kirk said for a while now, and knew he was coming to that campus and was convenient for him. And I mean, I would guess and assume those things. Some folks are like, maybe there's nothing political about it at all. I don't see how that could be possible. But I will tell you one thing. When I think about Charlie Kirk, I'm hoping and praying that it's the beginning of some civility with politics, especially with the extreme folks. I've been kind of saying to Republican and Democrat friends, liberal conservative friends that are commonsensical and kind of quote normal. Politics is almost like a necessary evil. It's not something we embrace. If you had folks write a top 5, top 10, top 50 most important things in life to them, politics or political party wouldn't come up. For the political zealot type, I'm not talking about someone who works in politics, but just the average person that has a regular job. If that's like in their top 3, 5, 7, I think that's kind of a problem. Most people, it's sort of a necessary evil. I'm not talking about folks that study it and are involved in it. Professionals get paid to be in it. Elected people. I'm talking about the average person. No, and then you become this extreme liberal or extreme conservative. The other side sucks. All of it. 100% of it. Nothing good. The other side is the reason for all our woes. The other side's un-American. The other side doesn't get it. They. I see it from the extreme left and the extreme right equally. Folks that are hardcore left and right don't see it that way. They just see one side only being the problem. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're the extreme. I just say it this way. If if you're a Republican and you think Democrats are 110% wrong and have nothing of value to offer, or if you're a Democrat and you think Republicans are 110% wrong and have nothing of value to offer, I think you're part of the problem, clearly. Clearly. Two-party system for a reason. And no offense, Donald Trump won the presidency twice. I don't think it was fixed. I think he won those elections. I don't think anyone questions that they were fixed. Maybe some lunatic does. But I don't think that Donald Trump is some like playoff caliber team or a Super Bowl contender. I think Donald Trump and the Republicans are like 5-12 team, like 6-11 if you want to be nice. No, the Democrats are a 2 or 3 win team. They're horrible. They lost. They had Harris and Biden. So Trump won, but it's not like Trump some powerhouse. Joseph Gow beating 9-time incumbent Bill Jefferson for congressman, that's an upset. That's like, wow. That's something that's amazing. You know, two parties that are, in my opinion, pretty weak. And a lot of it has to do with this isolationism type attitude, this our way or the highway, never work with the other side. You're a sellout if you work with the other side. I mean, in the Republican Party, they have a term called rhino. Rhino, where Republican in name only, like Liz Cheney's a rhino. I mean, it's laughable if you're someone that studies politics and knows this person's ideology. Liz Cheney is as conservative as it gets. She just doesn't go down the rabbit hole of extreme wacky right and, you know, controversy theories and just all kind of, you know, the earth's flat UFO type crap. But I don't know of any liberal that would think Liz Cheney is like left-leaning or not a conservative. She's a staunch conservative. She's just not wacky right extreme. She has common sense. She's willing to work with the other side. A lot of folks think that that's a sellout. I remember John Bel Edwards, Democrat governor. Jay Darden's like his chief of staff. Democrats in the state were furious. We Democrats finally win this office. And instead of putting one of us in that powerful position, you bring in a Republican. And then I'm like, what a great move by John Bel Edwards, who's a blue dog Democrat, a moderate, you know, an olive branch to Republicans. The Republicans, as disgusted as the Democrats, like Jay Darden's not a real Republican conservative. He's a rhino. It's meaningless. It's just like, my God. With that vicious loop's going on right now. You've got some conservatives and some liberals stepping up saying, let's unite. Let's work together. Let's do this for Charlie Kirk. He's going in front of liberal audiences on college campuses and giving them an open mic to ask questions and having a debate back and forth with them. Taking on everyone that's on a college campus as educated as can be. The smartest person on the campus, the dumbest person on the campus. All people are welcome. No, let's think about that and try to be like Charlie Kirk when he's on these college campuses. Republicans and Democrats talking, discussing, not the name pointing and they're to blame. No, social media right now. No, I got banned from Twitter. I'll explain why. It was my fault. The reason might surprise you. You might think, wow, you know, thought you might be the other way, Corey. No, it's the thing. Every topic's different with me. I follow the facts. But no, it was my own fault. I got a little silly. But Twitter is toxic. It's almost a blessing I'm banned that I can't respond, or because so many people are putting up just crazy crap that just yells like, you're kidding, right? And just so divisive and so hate-filled and negative. Terrible. No, time to unite. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Stacked Coaching, Bradley Sneller next.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love. More. When you do something, you have to do it right. It's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Here's New Orleans native son, Corey Johnson.
Native son, great New Orleanian. No, that's me.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
New Orleans native son. No, that's me. That's me, lady. Oh, boy. Watching a little video today of something, and I guess it was TikTok. I don't go to TikTok, just a Twitter or X will throw you there, I guess, for some video. And then another one comes up, and it's Charlie Kirk talking, and it was yesterday I saw him get shot from afar, and I saw it twice, and I didn't think about, okay, I've seen it enough. I just kind of knew I've seen it enough. Don't need to watch that again. This other video, it's Charlie Kirk speaking. I just thought it was going to be like something he's saying, and it was him getting shot, and it was much closer up, and it was horrifying, and it was sickening, and I got kind of pissed and emotional, and I'm not even like a Charlie Kirk fan. I mean, I probably disagree with more than what he says than what I agree with what he says. But I respect his intelligence, and it's American. He's on college campuses with a lot of liberal kids, and he's taking them on. And so I respect it. But I see that, and I go on Twitter or X, and I'm like, somebody posts, I'm like, they find this guy should be hung. And I'm like, yeah, or brought in like the town square and beaten with clubs, and then I'm like, this is America. You can't do that. And, but now he's going to go to jail for 50 years. It's going to cost us $2 million. What a piece of crap, whatever. And then all of a sudden Twitter's like, I'm inciting violence. So they banned me for 12 hours, which is probably a blessing because it's so toxic right now. Now, Bradley Schneller with Stacked Coaching says you want to be successful, you hang out with successful people. You want to be fit, hang out with fit people. So I don't know, you want to be jaded and cynical, go on social media and stay on that a long, long time. Now I posted on social media yesterday or this morning something about exercise is such a blessing because it gets you away from social media and this negative crap, and you're not dormant sitting in front of the computer, you're exercising. Anyway, Bradley Schneller from Stacked Coaching joins us again on a Thursday. What's happening, Bradley?
What's happening, Corey? Just trying to give people a distraction every day from the real life out there.
No, that's one thing about Stacked Gym. I mean, I've been there for about a year and a half, stackedcoaching.com, the stackedcoaching.com gym on River Road at Arnold. One thing that's great about it, and I swear when I say this, I've been there a year and a half. I have never heard anyone bring up religion. On election day, no one brought up Trump, Harris, Biden. No one's ever worn that kind of garb or any of that stuff. It's an amazing place, Bradley, where I don't know why. I think it just works organically somehow. Everybody's on the same page. You push that. You're there for everybody. And people just sort of unconsciously know not to bring up the crap of everyday life that can be, divisive, like religion or politics.
This is a little bit off topic and not normally what we normally talk about.
Nope.
But I decided a long time ago that, the tone or the culture is set from the top. And if I don't want people at my gym discussing this, and I just want to create a place that's where people can go and all they have to think about is health and fitness and get their mind out of everyday life, right? And it's just about self-improvement while they're there. Well, then I cannot be posting about political stuff on Facebook or Instagram. I can't talk about it, right? And so, I just think today, after that terrible, terrible situation that happened yesterday, if you want to be part of change, then you have to start exhibiting change, whether that's health and fitness or just rhetoric with your community or people around you. If you want the world to change, you need to have a hand in changing it. And part of that starts with just stop the divisiveness and all this extra talk about this stuff.
No, and not to belabor the point, but also at your gym, because of that environment that you have brought to that place, it shows you as a human being, Bradley, that religion and politics can often just be such a toxic topic. I mean, save that for when you're with like-minded people that agree with your religious or political view, and don't try to change people or influence or, I hate this word, but it popped in my head, snarky. Don't, you're trying to incite with people, get them riled up or whatever. I think that's ridiculous. So everybody obviously is different, but everybody gets along great at your gym and is encouraging everyone. It just sort of proves the point that this political and religious stuff is just toxic a lot of the time, and people get off on that. That's even worse. Anyway, you ready to jump into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you had a final comment, or you're ready to go?
No, let's go.
All right, cool. Hey, I want to talk about somebody that maybe doesn't have a plan, and it keeps them from attending the gym. What do you think about that? A plan is of vital importance.
So it's super interesting. I've owned a gym for, 12 years now, right? Before that, I used to coach at another similar style gym uptown. And often when I travel, I go to different gyms and kind of test the waters. But I think we talked about this last week, but I have a grade 3 sprain in my ankle, some torn ligaments and tendons. I haven't been able to work out like I normally do. We talked about me doing some other things in the gym to keep going and stay with it. Well, I decided to go join a different gym just to kind of see what's out there, broaden my horizons, see what they do well, what they don't do well, right? And I've gone twice this week. Okay, I'm not going to name the gym.
Wow.
I both went in, and both times I was like, God, this is depressing. The vibe is all off here. But I thought to myself, like, I don't know where anything is. Like, and it kind of messed with my head with what my plan was to work out. And I found myself wandering around this gym. Despite the fact that I have worked out for 15 years, it's my livelihood. I found myself wandering around this gym. And I thought to myself, I was like, dang, like, if you're new, like, this can be really intimidating. A, you probably don't have a plan. Okay. You don't know what you're doing. You really don't know any of this equipment. Yet you just signed up, you're eager, you're ready to change. But then here's this giant obstacle in your way. Okay. And so, you know, it brings me to this point. Like, if that is the hurdle that people have to get over, it is going to be a really difficult time for people to start working out, right? And start creating this life change. So I would implore people, like, okay, look, first things first, you know, group fitness is a great place to start. Have some personal training, a great place to start. I personally like these, what we call boutique fitness style gyms. That's like mine. Doesn't have to be my gym, could be other gyms, but you get a lot more personal service. It's smaller. It's a great way to get integrated into strength and conditioning, which is far less intimidating than going into this giant gym where everybody's doing their own thing and you don't really know what to do. Okay. Let's say you can't afford that, right? Okay. Well, the next step would be, you know, you could chat GPT, like a plan, watch some YouTube videos, write it out on a notebook and take it with you. So you know ahead of time what you're doing and what you're looking for. And that's the best way to get going. If you do not have a plan, like they always say, like those who fail to plan, I forget it, but fail to succeed. Right?
Yep.
Somewhere along those lines.
Bradley Schneller's with us. StackedCoaching.com is the website. You can check out his gym, Stacked Coaching Gym over on River Road at Arnold, right past the River Shack. Yeah, Bradley, I got into the gym in a weird way. I've told the story before. I'll tell it again another day. But I was like, I'm going to do 3 days a week. And I think my original was like Monday, Tuesday. Like I was like, I want to start on a Monday. So I had like a plan indirectly. I was like, want to make sure Monday I'm in the gym, the beginning of the week. And I'll go Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday. And then I did that for a little while. It's just like, I'm not, it's a hard hour. You know, I need more time in the gym to make this hour easier. So I added more days to the week, and all this happened organically. I've talked to you about this before. And then the diet, the nutrition part, I'm not some champion about it. I'm not weighing stuff, but I'm very conscious now, the most in my life, about what I eat, when I eat it. If I'm going to cheat and have chocolate or crap like that, I'm well aware of it. I avoid it all the time now. So it's happened organically. How do you make the first move to get it going and, you know, with that plan?
I mean, besides like deciding this is what I'm going to do, okay, I really think people just need to take the step of creating a consultation with a professional. You know, you do it for everything else. You go get a massage, you go to the doctor, you hire professionals every week, okay, or every month. And people like skip past that when it comes to their health and fitness. But the reality is like doing that is going to jumpstart you in such a way you don't need it forever. You just need to get it integrated. Speak to a professional. Speak to someone who does this for a living. Seek help. Sign up. And then it's just going to fall into place from there.
Bradley does this for a living, people. You can go to Stacked Coaching right now. Ask Bradley any question. Book a consultation with him. It's absolutely free. He'll meet you at his gym. You see everything. He'll explain everything to you. Everything. StackedCoaching.com. Hey, as we head out, I'm going to shift gears on you, all right? Every Monday, Bradley, if you're a member of the gym, you get this bulletin from Bradley, the Monday Stacked, and it's Very well written. I told Bradley, I'm not a writer, Bradley. I go, but you are. It's well written. It's full of fact-based information. Bradley's got some opinions in there, but they're fact-based. It's fantastic. Bradley, real quick, you were talking this Monday about after a workout. Don't just go lay on the sofa. Don't just jump in the car and go away. Don't just go jump in the shower. Walk for about 10 or 15 minutes after the workout. Why?
Yeah, well, it does a couple of things. It helps flush out any lactic acid you have so you're less stiff, which is good. If you're less stiff, you're going to be more active throughout the day, which is going to go ahead and help with your calorie burning or your calorie expenditure or your fat burning, right? Which is super important. The other thing it does is it goes ahead and helps level out your blood glucose levels after a tough workout. And then it also allows your ability for your heart rate to come down, and then just increase your overall steps throughout the day.
Yeah.
You're already in that workout mode.
But plus that 15 minutes, you're about 1/5 of your 10,000 steps for the day. That's about 15 minutes is about 2,000 steps, right?
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yep. Bradley, you're the man. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Corey. Be good, man.
StackedCoaching.com is the website. Go there right now. You got to make the first move. It's a free consultation, no obligation. But make the first move and go talk to Bradley. StackedCoaching.com.
Mark Automotive Collision Center. It's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamar Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole-Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson.
I bet his Smells like sandalwood.
Corey Johnson.
He's absolutely magnificent.
Got to keep this up till 6. Wow. Sandalwood. I don't even know what sandalwood smells like. You have any idea what sandalwood smells like, Mario Brothers, aka Latin X?
No, couldn't tell you.
Mario Brothers, aka Latin X. Jeff Dorson's joining us from the Humane Society. Fantastic. No, it's not. It's mine. It's on me, Mario Brothers. It is a Thursday afternoon. Speaking of Mario Brothers, going to talk to him in a second. 5 o'clock power hour. Going to get a good minute or two out of Mario Brothers. We're going to twist his arm. 6:30 Saturday night, ABC, Tiger Stadium, number 3 LSU, hosting SEC rival Florida. I think it's one of the last times we'll see LSU playing Florida annually for a while. Sad. 7 p.m. Saturday, 30 minutes later in Uptown New Orleans at Yeoman. This is a great game. Duke at number 30 Tulane. It's on the Deuce, ESPN2. So you got to get that last channel going. You might get a little carpal tunnel, or maybe you have a TV with the old split screen. 6:30 Saturday night. My buddy has a Fire Stick, and he can put like 8 things on the screen at once. 6:30 Saturday night, ABC, Tiger Stadium, LSU, Florida. 30 minutes later on ESPN2, Duke at Tulane. Just a couple of great games Saturday night for local sports fans. Tough to beat. Noon Sunday in the Dome. This is like a catch-22, the first 2 games in the Dome, because you have 15 games left, and 9 of them are on the road? Of the remaining 15, 9 on the road. So I think only, isn't it 6? Isn't it 8 home and 9 away this year for the Saints?
Yes. No,
so you got 2 games already in the books after 2 weeks. So you've got 9 of the remaining 15 games on the road. It's just harsh. That's harsh. Anyway, I think the Niners are going to have a backup quarterback. We'll talk about all that. But first, we do this every Thursday afternoon. It's of vital importance to me. It's about being civilized and acting in a humane way. Having New Orleans and Louisiana not looked down upon by the rest of the country like we're, strange. We're doing things in a, second-rate, crappy way. I'm talking about how we treat animals. Dogs and cats, kittens and puppies, horses, goats, all animals. We do a poor job in Louisiana. We all have to do a better job. A lot of people say how a society treats its animals is a pretty good reflection on that society. Jeff Dorson's with us. He's from the Humane Society of Louisiana. We toss a bone to him every Thursday afternoon for a few minutes. How you doing, Jeff?
I love it. You're such a good speaker on this. Anytime I want to step down, I think my board should hire you. You know all the facts, and you know what's missing and what we need to do as a community and state. I really enjoyed listening to you, actually. Thank you.
Well, thank you for saying that, but it's easy to sit in front of a microphone and a camera and talk about something you're passionate about and knowledgeable about. That's easy. But what's hard is being out in the field 7 days a week and running down cats and dogs and kittens and puppies and horses and goats and saving thousands and thousands and thousands of animals, as you have over the last 35 years with the Humane Society of Louisiana. So I got it easy, Jeff. You're doing the hard work.
Well, I still appreciate everything you say. You encourage people to get involved. That's important. You encourage people to donate. Equally important. I'm sorry for the sound in the background, but thank you. So we kicked off a few days ago, September 6th. No, I'm sorry. Where are we? I think so.
Yeah.
Hashtag Be Kind to Animals Challenge, where we're just asking people to go out of their way to do a random act of kindness and tell us about it. Go on our Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and tell us what you did or plan to do. And then now we're asking people to do a video of what they're doing so we can share it and then really create a little movement and get some traction. And so people get used to this. It's good for me because I get to see some happy endings where typically my inbox is full of sad, tragic stories that don't always end well.
No, I know. I don't know how you handle it sometimes. The things you've seen with animals that have been tortured, animals that have been neglected and have died from, not having food or water, animals that are emaciated right on the edge of death, and you've brought them back to life. I mean, you've seen a lot of traumatic stuff. I don't think that's discussed enough, Jeff. And I don't think people realize what you deal with and what you see and how crazy it can be in Louisiana, in the city, in the rural areas, how cockfighting and dog fighting still exists. I mean, it's traumatic.
Well, this is doing me a favor. It's called hashtag Be Kind to Animals 30-Day Challenge. I thought I might have forgotten to say 30-day, where we're trying to get people anytime within the month of September and a few days after, do something nice. Go out of your way. There's any number of things you can do. Give a donation. Go to your local shelter. Bring them some blankets and supplies and bowls. Buy some cat food for somebody who needs it. The list is endless. Just do it. It will make you feel better, and the momentum will carry. I like the ripple effect. You and I both know if you do a nice act, it can carry on. So that's what we're looking for. So join us. So Corey, I want you to do us a favor too. Do something nice and post it on your Twitter. You got a big following.
Okay, no, I'll do something. That's easy. I mean, I'm at least once a week, twice a week, some kind of animal comes into my life. I got a second feral cat now, another outdoor cat that's decided to come by. So taking on a third creature. I didn't ask for it, but that's how life works, It
is. Bless your heart. Well, thank you for your big heart. Thank you for making time every single week to talk about what's so important is always often overlooked, our relationship with other creatures. It's a nice thing to consider. We share the planet. Let's do something nice for them. I put out some hummingbird feeders that I didn't even know hummingbirds travel long distance. I didn't know they were migratory. And there's Blue Boy.
Yep, there's Blue Boy. Yeah, the new cat's called Luna. And nice. I'm just hoping folks are like, oh, wow, found it at night. It's like, no, lunatic, short for lunatic. This cat's, wants food all the time, banging up against my legs, all that. And causing Puffy, my cat, a little grief every now and then.
Sure.
Oh, boy. Jeff, always a pleasure, brother.
Back at you. Until next Thursday, stay safe.
Ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe,
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. We got a good one for you. 5 o'clock powwow coming your way. Brought to you this afternoon by Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Absolutely fantastic. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville has one of the best deals around when it comes to a 3-course lunch special. 3-course lunch special, $21. 21 bucks. You get a house salad with your choice of homemade dressing, about a half dozen homemade dressing choices. Then you get an entree choice. There are 3 to choose from. The marinated beef kebab with green beans served sizzling in butter. Fried catfish almondine served with Meunier sauce and green beans. Or half a soft shell crab and grits served over corn grits finished with a tasso cream sauce. So the beef kebab, the catfish almondine, or the soft shell crab and grits, choose one of those entrees. You get that house salad to start, and then you get that ooey gooey, they call it, this scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of this hot cake. Great little dessert. 21 bucks. 21 bucks. Now, I went to Gallagher's 527 with a buddy of mine for lunch. We each got the $21 lunch special. Then we split the crab meat St. Francis appetizer, which is absolutely one of the finest crab meat appetizers you will eat in your life anywhere. Just so flavorful, so delicious, like you want more. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Lunch Tuesday through Friday. You can make lunch there tomorrow. Dinner Tuesday through Saturday night. They book up pretty quick, so you better call and get a reservation. If not, you can sit at the bar. I've done that on a Friday or Saturday night. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. So damn good. You South Shore folks that like to eat like great restaurants, you got to get to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Charlie Kirk murdered, assassinated yesterday. Just sickening. Sickening. Beyond tragic. Leaves a young wife and a 3-year-old daughter, a 1-year-old son behind. It's going to adversely affect the wife and obviously the 2 young kids forever. A rifle was found, a photo of the suspect, or in this case right now, a person of interest, a photo of a person of interest is out there. Now, I've mentioned this before. For me personally, probably disagree with the majority of what Charlie Kirk thinks. I believe in Jesus. I believe, I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic, but I don't really push that narrative on this program. If that's just me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's just me. Charlie Kirk, it's really a major part of his public life. He doesn't keep his faith private or hides it. And it's not like me where it's just out. People know that that listen to the show enough. It's out there, and that's fine. That's part of his life. That's part of who he is, who he was. No, just political ideology, a little extreme at times for me. But Charlie Kirk was ridiculously intelligent, highly educated on the topics he discusses, agree with him or not, and went to college campuses, which generally lean left. That old expression, if you're young and you're not liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're old and not conservative, you don't have a brain. College campuses are full of liberal folks. I don't think there's some agenda and everybody gets together in a barn and says, let's make the kids liberal. This is how we make Democrats. Just how it naturally happens. Like, I don't think Republicans get together in a barn and say, hey, as people get older, let's change them to conservative. It's just how it happens. So Charlie Kirk goes on college campuses and has an open mic, allows anyone. I mean, it's the student body. There's some highly educated folks on these college campuses, like special, like can really think and take in information and articulate it and have discussions and are reasonable and rational. He takes on all comers. It's not planned. They don't, screen the people. People walk up and they ask questions. And he takes on anybody and isn't afraid to debate and listen to the other side. He's trying to make folks more conservative, Republicans. He thinks that ideology's right. He thinks the college campuses are too liberal. So he goes on these campuses and has these conversations. So that's like America, He was going to be at LSU in like a month or so. At LSU, scheduled to speak. Charlie Kirk. So how I feel about him ideology-wise, any of that, it's irrelevant. This guy wasn't, like when I say extreme, wacky right-winger, evangelical, some might think that's what he was. I don't think that. I don't think he was inciting riots or go attack the left, kill someone who's, left-wing. So when I see Charlie Kirk get shot, it is, like I said, beyond sickening and beyond tragic. I think about his wife and his 2 young kids, 3-year-old daughter, 1-year-old son. And then I think about like why this happens. And I think you basically have 2 kinds of people in the world. You've got people that bring people together, and you got people that are divisive, that divide us. And that's just how it is. You might have friends and acquaintances that are like that. I mean, every time Jimmy comes over, he's stirring the pot, trying to get Freddie riled up, knows how to light Freddie's fuse and lights it every time. There are people like that. It's terrible. No, there are two kinds of people that bring people together and people that are divisive. And I'll say this, if you're a Republican or a Democrat, that's great. But if you're a Democrat that thinks everything that Republicans do is wrong and nothing of value, or if you're a Republican that thinks Democrats are wrong and provide nothing of value, you people are part of the problem, and it's an equal deal. You know, so many similarities with the political zealots, the extreme loony left, if you want to call them the woke, and the wacky right. You know, those that think like Liz Cheney's a rhino. I mean, it's just absurd. No, these folks are political zealots. They're extreme. They have no tolerance for the other side. They have so many things in common except ideology. No tolerance for the other side. Nothing at all worthwhile from the other side. Worse, the other side's evil. You know, these folks think like ethics, morals, integrity has something to do with political ideology, when it has absolutely nothing at all to do with political ideology. Nothing. Some liberal's going to tell me that they're more moral or ethical or have a higher standard of integrity than a conservative or vice versa. That's ridiculous. Maybe somehow, and I'm skeptical, but maybe somehow Charlie Kirk's death, the political extremes on both sides will put down the hate, the divisiveness, the divisive rhetoric, and try to work together, dare I say it. I've seen on social media today some, you know, well-known Republicans, some well-known Democrats saying exactly that. Let's come together. And then the comments are like, yes, let's come together. And then some of the comments are like, screw you. You're the reason this crap happened. On both sides. Ideology is the only difference. The messaging is the same. This hate-filled, divisive messaging. The other side sucks. They're evil. They're terrible. This happened because of the other side. They're to blame. They're to blame. They're to blame. No, it's sick. People need to recognize these folks and distance themselves from these folks. We need to ostracize these folks. And if you're a Republican, you have to realize there are Republicans that are like that. If you're a Democrat, you have to realize there are Democrats like that. Neither side wins this. Both sides lose. It's equal and opposite. The loony left, the wacky right are the problem. No tolerance for anything but what they think. The other side suck. You work with the other side, you're a sellout. This extends beyond just like people. It's the politicians. I mean, down the road, it's America. We're going to figure this out. We're going to start working together because people are getting sick of this partisan, political, toxic environment. Down the road, we're going to look back and there's going to be so many politicians, Democrats and Republicans. It's going to be embarrassing for them. There's video, audio clips of what they said, what they think over years, just stirring the pot. And some of these people are considered good people, moral people, have families, they're good people, but they are anti the other side, unwilling to bend. The other side's terrible, refuse to work with them. No, it's awful. I live in Louisiana. New Orleans, not a lot of Republicans. Statewide, not a lot of Democrats with influence. Kind of extreme. And you wonder why New Orleans and Louisiana suffer. Because we've been run by the extremes for a long time. Hardcore, loony left, woke Democrats running New Orleans, and wacky right-wing evangelical extremists running the state. It's not a good thing.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-JC.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. Don't forget, you can catch the Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson on television every weekday afternoon, 4 to 5:30 on Cox Channel 4 TV and Spectrum Channel 333 television.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday afternoon, talking a little bit about Charlie Kirk. I'm hoping that yesterday's tragic event somehow changes what's going on in America, the narrative in America. There's just such a toxicity with this political environment. You know, I think most Americans are moderate Republicans, moderate Democrats, moderate Libertarian, moderate Independent, common sense, probably vote one way a lot of the time, but we'll vote occasionally the other way. Open-minded. Politics in America is sort of like a necessary evil almost. I think that's most people. So I think most people, they're sort of the not squeaky wheels. I think there's a momentum building with these people where this extreme left, this extreme right, divisive political environment needs to go away. Social media is disgusting right now. Just blaming the left or blaming the right. People that are conservative or liberal saying, hey, let's work together. And then people saying, no, you're a sellout and they're the problem. They, us, them, just all this divisive crap. Two kinds of people in the world: people that bring people together and people that divide. Who do you want to be? I'll tell you who Bo Higgins is. Bo Higgins is a guy that brings people together. Proof's in this race going down this 9/11 Heroes run on Saturday. Bo Higgins joined us last year. He's joining us again. How are you, Bo?
Corey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it and excited about the race on Saturday, man. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
Yep. Tell us about the race, what it's about, and why you're so involved.
Yeah, for sure. So the race itself is one of dozens of races that will be held to commemorate 9/11. And it's part of a larger foundation, the Travis Manion Foundation. Travis Manion was a Marine. He was one of my Marines that was killed in Iraq. But the race itself is there for all of us to commemorate 9/11 and remember it. It was 24 years. It's hard to believe. 24 years ago today was 9/11. And, for me, I have 5 kids myself, none of whom were born on 9/11. So I think it's important for all of us not only to remember and commemorate 9/11 and what that meant to this country, but to your point, Corey, and more importantly, I think these days, to remember what this country felt like on 9/12. I mean, if you can remember the spirit of togetherness and community that this country felt on 9/12, I mean, that was something special. And it's hard to believe that we were so united on 9/12 with all the divisiveness these days. So, to be out there on Saturday, we will certainly talk about 9/11 and commemorate 9/11 and remember those first responders that made the ultimate sacrifice and remember those veterans that, that set in motion the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, obviously. But I think more importantly right now, we will talk about that spirit and sense of community that we all felt in America on 9/12. And that's really important.
Hey, Bo, when did you serve?
So I joined up back in 1989 and spent 25 years in the Marine Corps.
Wow.
And interesting story. I was actually in Australia on 9/11. I was deployed and happened to be in Australia training and went right over into Afghanistan. So by November of 2001, I was in Afghanistan. And I can tell you, I was never prouder to be in the military than during that time in 2001, when you felt like you had the entire country behind your back, right? You felt like you knew your purpose, you knew your mission, you knew why you were there, and truly felt like, the whole country truly had your back. You knew what you're doing and couldn't have been prouder to have served again. Love my 25 years in. I did 3 tours in Iraq, 3 tours in Afghanistan, a tour in Somalia, a tour in Bosnia. But that time in 2001, being in Afghanistan after 9/11 was truly special for sure.
How long is a tour?
Typically around 6 months. I did some. I spent at least one time. I spent a whole year deployed in Afghanistan. I spent some as short as 4 months, but typically it was about 6 months deployed. So they're pretty long. But I mean, I always say, look, for a guy in the military, that's why you do it, right? You want to fight away games. We don't want to fight home games. So
No. I get that.
deployed, right?
I
So,
get that. I fully
Yep.
get that and respect that and appreciate that. And it's an honor having you on. And thank you for your service. But I'm like, 20% of your time as a Marine was deployed and a tour of duty in a war zone for 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me again. I loved what I was doing. The real hero is my wife. I mean, she's the one that had to be home with the kids and making it happen. And she's the military spouses are the real heroes out there. We're out there doing our job and doing what we love and making it happen every day. I really do. I couldn't do it, and we couldn't do it as veterans, but our spouses back home taking care of all the hard stuff and taking care of the kids and making it happen. That's for sure. That's for sure.
You mentioned Travis Manion, one of your guys who died. Why the foundation named after him?
Yeah, so Travis was an amazing guy, a Naval Academy grad. He was on his second deployment
to Iraq when he was killed. He was killed by a sniper in April of 2007, and it's an interesting story, you know. And I love the mantra for the Travis Manion Foundation is, "If not me, then who?" And I love that saying, "If not me, then who?" And the story goes that Travis, before he deployed, he's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I won't hold that against him. But before he deployed, he went to an Eagles game. And his brother-in-law jokingly said, "Hey, Travis, you know, if you fell down the steps at the game and broke your leg, you wouldn't have to deploy." And he said, "You know, if not me, then who? I'm the one that's trained up. I'm the one that needs to be there. This is what my calling of duty is to go there and deploy." And he did, and he paid the ultimate sacrifice, right? And when he died, he and his father had planned to run the Marine Corps Marathon together in October of that year. So he was killed in April, and he was going to run the Marine Corps Marathon in October of that year. So his dad ran the marathon with both his number and Travis's number, and they started the Travis Manion Foundation to honor and support families of the fallen. And it started with very, very humble beginnings, but it has grown exponentially in the last 18 years, to where they have these races around the country. They do retreats for families of the fallen. They go into local schools to talk about character and just doing some great things to give back to the community at the grassroots level. And it's been great to see Travis's name, live on, beyond his legacy, So I know he's looking down and proud of what it is. Obviously, we'd love to still have him with us, but to honor his name and to see his name still be, remembered is super important to me personally. And I know it's touched, thousands and tens of thousands of people. His legacy lives on in the foundation every day.
Bo, you're an amazing person, man. All you've seen, what you've dealt with, and just such a positive vibe and force. It's pretty amazing. Hey, the 9/11 Heroes race on Saturday. How can folks find out more about it? How can runners register for it?
Yeah, you can register up till the day of. The race itself will be held at Audubon Park. The race kicks off at 8:30. We'll be there at 6:30 a.m. You can Google 9/11 Heroes Run, 9/11 Run, New Orleans. But it's at Audubon Park. We'll be there at 6:30. We have the Marine Corps Band kicking off around 7:45. The National Anthem at 8:15. The Tulane Color Guard will be there. And the race starts at 8:30. We'd love to have you come run, come walk, come volunteer. Any way to support, just be there to cheer for the runners. Again, I think it's about community. At the end of the day, that's really what I talk about. Again, that sense of 9/12 and community. Again, look up 9/11 Heroes Run, New Orleans. You'll see it. Our Travis Manion Foundation in New Orleans. You'll find it. And we'd love to have you out there on Saturday to be part of the community and remember 9/11 and just be there to commemorate that feeling of camaraderie and what we are all about as Americans on 9/12. That'd be great.
And if you can't make it, Bo, can folks go to those websites and donate?
100%. There's a button on there to donate, and you get some nice swag from the Travis Manion Foundation. We really appreciate that. It's a great cause, and you're really helping out families of the fallen. So certainly you can donate as well, 100%.
Any final thoughts, Bo?
Again, I think it's if not me, then who, right? Not everybody can be there at the race, but everybody can do something. Everybody can give back in some way, shape, or form. It may not be your thing to go out there and run a 5K, but everybody in a grassroots way can give back in some way. So I asked all of you to think about what's your "if not me, then who" movement, and if not, if not now, then when. Think about that every day of how you can give back in some small way. And if we all do that, the world will be a better place, man. So I appreciate the time today. Thank you, Corey.
Great stuff, Bo. My pleasure. Tell your wonderful brother I said hello.
I will, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Go to Travis Manion Foundation, New Orleans. Go to 9/11 Heroes Run, New Orleans. Go to those websites and donate. Sign up to run. Like Bo said, get out there Saturday morning. They're getting out there at 6:30. Going to have all kind of activities, festivities leading up to the race. Yeah, get out there and support folks running the race. All good stuff. Travis Manion Foundation, New Orleans. 9/11 Heroes Run, New Orleans. Google it and get involved. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Yeah, you right. Hey, Latram's with you. Latram's hiring. Man, that old United Fruit building on, what is that? Munez and Edwards. It's now Latram Shrimp Peeling. They took over the whole building. Like 80 acres in Elmwood, 1,400 employees. Latram.com for a full listing of positions available.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latram family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latram company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Producing tomorrow's talk radio today, Corey Johnson.
This is tomorrow's newspaper. Precisely. I already went further ahead into time to see what else happens.
Your View, Louisiana. That's Cox Channel 4 in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lafayette. And live streaming at CoreyTalks.com.
Future. Unbelievable.
Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X at the controls. 766-9480. 766-9480. Hey, Mario Brothers, there is a DeLorean out back, so maybe we can go back to the future, find out the winning games for Saturday, place some wagers, and become rich. You ready for that?
Yeah, good plan.
Yep, that is a good plan. If there was a DeLorean and we could go back to the future, that would be a great plan.
Whenever people always ask me, like, if you could go to the past or whatever, what would you do? Like, what invention? I'm always like, I know all the Super Bowl winners. I'll just put all the futures on whoever won the Super Bowl.
Who was? I think it was Chris Rock, maybe. He was just like, Go back in the past time machine. The only people that want to do that are white men. No one else. No one else wants to go back in time. Only white men want to go back in time. I was like, wow, that's funny. That's pretty true. Oh boy. Yeah. 766-9480 is the phone number. Yeah, like I'm not going back in time to like see this. I'm going back in time just a few days so I can make my wagers.
Yes.
100%.
And
that would be, I guess, going forward in time.
Might have to go to
know the
Vegas.
results.
Might have to go to Vegas. It was legal there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. They throw you at the casino after a while. You'd be banned from the sports book. Why are you banning me? Because I'm winning.
The sports book version of counting cards.
Yep.
Counting futures.
766-9480 is how you dial us up. Corey Johnson with you. Mayor Junket Cantrell, arraignment yesterday, pleads not guilty, grounded finally. That's the biggest and best part of this whole thing. Finally grounded. Literally. It took a federal indictment and an arraignment in federal court for LaToya the Destroyer Cantrell, Junket Cantrell, to finally get the message by law, like forced by the court. Don't abide by this and go travel, go on a junket. You're going to go to jail. So they seized her passport. No international junkets, no French Riviera or Dubai. I mean, these are destinations that folks dream about going to. And Junket Cantrell, I mean, she went to like French Riviera, it was like 3 days. It's like no one, the most wealthy people don't go for 3 days, like jet lag, all that crap. It's just ridiculous. Just so silly. Just, ready, aim, fire, no shot. It's the old Jim Finks, ready, fire, aim. Just, and with a spread, with like a shotgun with the spread wide open, just all over the place. No, obnoxious, belligerent, relentless, petty, obnoxious, and no way to stop her. Just the middle finger to the citizens of New Orleans over and over again, and pulling the Ray Nagin gimmick, not releasing the press release until the plane's already in the air. No, otherwise the community will freak out and the travel won't happen. I've talked about this before. It was when Nagin was mayor and when Junket Cantrell during her administration. These folks sit at a table with the people that are going to travel to Dubai or whatever, and they say, this is the deal. Taxpayer finance vacation. Here's the hotel, blah, blah, plane travel. Hey, y'all, we don't go for 2 months. You want this trip canceled? Talk about it with anyone outside this room, and it'll be canceled. Don't talk to your spouse about it until a day before. Don't talk to your mailman about it. Don't talk to anyone, or the trip will get canceled. Like literally all that said. Press release after the fact. Like I said, plane's already in the air. No, it's brilliant. It's one of those, thank God. It's not about sticking her face in it. If you want to gloat and do that, that's your deal. For me, it's more about justice. This mayor has been pathetic for 2 terms and has a crappy attitude and is thrown in the towel and is very selfish, coupled with being belligerent and contrary. No, just a nightmare. And then the junkets and no way to stop it. The city council not stepping up and stopping it. And it's all BS. It is, by definition, a junket, a taxpayer finance vacation. Junket Cantrell doesn't even fake it. Doesn't even say, hey, y'all, I'm mayor of New Orleans. We're going to go to Dubai. Let's get with some company. They'll give us some representative. I'm the mayor, and we'll talk to him for 10 minutes. Nothing's going to come of it, but at least we can fake and lie and like we're justifying the trip. We were talking about this company. Doesn't even do that. And not one single job, not a penny, not a dollar brought into the city from all these junkets. Jeff Landry, the governor of Louisiana, I'm disagree with a lot of the stuff he does. He goes to South Korea. He comes back and Hyundai's building a $5 billion steel plant. So that wasn't a junket. That was getting the job done. All for that. Junket Cantrell, strictly taxpayer financed vacation. So fantastic news, had to forfeit, relinquish her passport. And then there are travel restrictions. She is restricted to the 13 parish Eastern District of Louisiana. Basically can't leave the metro area. And then if she wants to travel just to Baton Rouge or Shreveport, Lake Charles, which she ain't going anywhere like that. But if she wants to travel around the rest of the United States, really, she has to request that through the court, and then the court approves it or not. She won't be making any requests because there'll be no way to justify the trip because all the trips are BS and nonsense. Mayor's conference, their mayor's conferences every weekend, year round, literally 52 weeks a year. There's mayor conferences. You can find one somewhere around the world for sure. Climate change, climate conference, all that. You can find pretty much one of those every few weeks at worst anywhere around the world. So no, that's a blessing. That's justice. That's justice. You know, it was a little sickening, and it was just Joe Responti, New Orleans attorney, discussing it, trying to break down the charges and, you know, if she goes to court, what could happen? If she pleads guilty, what could happen? There's a shot, if LaToya Cantrell pleads guilty, there's a shot just based off of the guidelines and what kind of deal she works where she may not see jail time possibly. And that to me is unacceptable. Like the feds can't have it where LaToya Cantrell pleads guilty and there's no jail time. Because for me and so many other New Orleanians, first off, that's probably not going to happen until after she's done as mayor. So her being a convicted felon and pleading guilty means very little, I think, to most, you know, tax-paying New Orleanians. There has to be some jail time. No, and, you know, Ray Nagin, I think, got 10 years, got let out early because of, I forget, was it coronavirus crisis or, you know, something. And then Walter Reed on the North Shore served like a third of his prison sentence because of, you know, health issues or some BS like that. It's just, it's sickening to folks. Irvin Mayfield's the worst. Stole $1.3 million from the New Orleans public library system, the Orleans Parish library system. Think about who they're catering to, the library system in Orleans Parish. The most vulnerable young little boys and little girls in New Orleans. He stole $1.3 million from them. He served like 7 months in Pensacola at Eglin Air Force Base, I believe. I mean, I hear stories of crawfish boils and barbecue steak, tennis courts, golf course. And then came back to New Orleans and spent about 3.5 months at a halfway house. So about 11 months, walked with $1.3 million. I think, honestly, you know, hey, you got to go to Angola for 11 months? No, I think a lot of people would freak out about that. You get to go to Eglin Air Force Base, like the easiest time available. You stay there for 7 months. Then you go to a halfway house in New Orleans for 3.5 months, and you walk with $1.3 million. I would think the majority of the population in the United States of America would jump all over that. So I'm going to Eglin Air Force Base for 7 months, you know, just work out and read books and get in shape. And then I go to a halfway house in New Orleans for 3.5 months. And then I walk with $1.3 million. That's a hell of a good deal. Most of the population would take it. No, white collar crime does pay. It's a joke. It's a joke. Edwin Edwards is like one of the few that served out the full, 10 years. And he deserved every minute of it. He was pathetic. But LaToya Cantrell not going to jail just seems not right. Like justice not served. I don't care how long she goes to jail. She's got to suit up and report to a jail. I mean, I think that's what most people want to see. Because it's what she deserves. It could be 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 14 months, whatever. I think people want to see that. We'll see where this goes. I think the feds are going to try to work out a plea deal with her. If she doesn't go with their terms or gets belligerent or says, let's go to trial, the feds will say, fine, but we're going to have some superseding indictments. You know, that Zeton guy, the building inspector guy, the woman that's buying all your clothing that took in like 300 grand. Maybe she was kicking back some of that to you. I mean, there's a lot of folks. And then when the pressure from the feds is on you, you're getting indicted for wrongdoing. Sometimes you'll become a member of Team USA and flip and be a witness for the feds. So this has a long way to go. But the good thing is the arraignment took place. The good thing is the mayor was solemn, not her usual flippant self as she walked up the steps to the federal courthouse yesterday. Court date set for November, although that's going to get pushed back. No, the travel restrictions, the no contact with VAPI, relinquishing the passport, all good. Muy bueno. Cha-ching. Kaboom goes the dynamite. Boy, New Orleans, one of our toughest decisions. What am I getting for dinner? How about Katie's in Mid-City? As New Orleans as it gets. Scott Craig's going to have all kind of local fresh seafood specials. The menu's full of local fresh seafood, all kind of goodies. But he's going to have a bunch of specials. Like when he went today to his seafood purveyor, he's like, man, what you got fresh? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And that's what they're serving tonight at Katie's in Mid-City. You won't be disappointed. Big portions, great for sharing. New Orleans specialties, old school, as New Orleans as it gets. Iberville, corner Talamacas tonight. Katie's for dinner in Mid-City.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Total Maintenance King. TM-AC.com. No cool spots. TM-AC.com. No cool spots.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson, where the grass hasn't been cut in weeks or months. There's a lot of trash and garbage on the neutral ground, maybe even a person or two taking a nap. And oh, someone didn't pick up the dog.
Oh, boy. The old neutral ground. Corey Johnson with you. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I got banned from Twitter for 12 hours. That's why we're not live on Twitter right now. No, earlier today, I was watching some video on Twitter, and I guess it went to TikTok. So I finished watching the video, and then the next video is Charlie Kirk. Now, yesterday I saw Charlie Kirk from afar get shot. Saw it twice. I didn't think about it like, I don't need to watch that again. I just unconsciously knew I didn't need to watch it again. So I'm watching a video today of something that had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Then all of a sudden, it's Charlie Kirk kind of up close at yesterday's event. I figured it would have been him saying something. Instead, it was a closer up of him getting shot and murdered. And it was sickening. And it was dramatic, and it was awful. And I immediately went, hit the arrow, went back on Twitter, and right away someone's like, whoever they find, they should hang him. And I said they should drag him to the town square and beat him with sticks. And then I was like, obviously you can't do that. It's America, and we don't want to do that. But he's going to go to jail for 50 years. It's going to cost, jail's every 25, 30 years is about $1 million taxpayer money. When you house someone in a prison, every 25, 30 years, it's $1 million. So this jerk's going to cost us $2 million, whatever. I was like, forget about that. It's all about Charlie Kirk. All of a sudden, X is like, you're promoting violence. So I screwed up. I get it. I shouldn't say drag him out to the town and beat him with sticks. So I'll never make that mistake on Twitter or X again. But I did disclaim it. I was, the guy was like, hang him. I was like, yeah, we can't do that. I thought the same thing. When I saw him get shot, it's so dramatic, so terrible, so frightening. You can't help but emotionally react. And I'm not even a Charlie Kirk fan. Like, I probably disagree with most of what he says. And I don't watch a lot of that type of stuff. I know who he is, and I've watched him for years because he's such a big player on the national political stage. So I've watched a lot of Charlie Kirk's comment. I wouldn't want to get into a debate with Charlie Kirk. I'm like, bring it on. Anyone, anywhere. I wouldn't want to mess with Charlie Kirk on his field. He is very intelligent and ridiculously educated on the topics he wants to discuss. And I'm not saying he's right on a lot of them. I saw something he said like 55 of the 56 people that signed the Declaration of Independence were hardcore Christian. And I would disagree with that. And John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin bring up a bunch that were not hardcore, but even had some, negatives to say about religion, left England because of religion. So, but Charlie Kirk's much more knowledgeable across the board on that. I wouldn't want to get into that debate with him. I'd have to study up and learn about stuff I just don't naturally know or naturally read about, go much more in depth because he goes in depth. He goes to college campuses on a tour. He was going to be at LSU in like 6 weeks at LSU in Baton Rouge. And these campuses are generally lean liberal. And unlike a lot of folks that think there's some conspiracy, folks get together in a barn and say, let's make colleges liberal. Folks get together in a barn and say, when you're older, let's make folks conservative. It just sort of naturally happens that way. There's an old saying, like, if you're young and you're not liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're older and and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain. So take that however you want. Point is, college campuses tend to be more liberal. Charlie Kirk's very conservative. He goes on the campuses as an open mic. He wants the debate. He feels confident in his point of view. Sometimes he gets proven wrong. Maybe people think, sometimes not, whatever. But he puts himself out there, and it's the ultimate, First Amendment type stuff. And some jerk doesn't like what he said in the past, doesn't like Charlie Kirk, and goes to this event and kills him, assassinates him, murders him. No, it's sickening. And the problem is the divisive, political, toxic environment we're living in right now. It's sickening. It's pathetic. In the future, we're all going to come together and work again together. Republicans and Democrats, everybody else. And we're going to look back on this this last like decade, 15 years plus. And we're going to have audio and video clips of all these political figures, elected and influencers, that were part of the problem, that were keeping Republicans and Democrats separated. I mean, there's a term called rhino in the Republican Party, Republican in name only. And then you got Democrats that, think that some of these Democrats, they're not liberal enough. They're not woke enough. They go join the Republican Party. It's insane. The wacky right and the loony left are the problem. The folks that have no tolerance for the other side, that the other side offers nothing worthwhile, nothing at all, zero, nothing. If they could eliminate the other side, they'd be all for it. They think the other side is worthless. Worse, they think the other side's evil and doesn't have morals or ethics or integrity or any kind of code. It's mind-blowing. I have some acquaintances that are hardcore left and hardcore right that thinks the other side lacks ethics, integrity, and moral, like it's a liberal thing or a conservative thing. I'm like, what does political ideology have to do with any of that? No Republican or no Democrat, generally speaking, you find individuals, obviously, better, ethically, moral, integrity. It has nothing to do with politics. It's crazy. No, there's basically two kinds of people in the world. There are people that bring people together, and there are people that are dividers. And it's, who do you want to be? And boy, it is a vicious loop, especially on social media. The left extreme hating the right extreme hating the left. Like I said, nothing positive, nothing worthwhile. Today, I'm looking on social media. You've got some Republican leaders and some Democrat leaders. Let's work together. It's time to put the, partisan politics aside. Time to work together. Let's move forward. Unity, togetherness. People right away ripping them. No way. The other side sucks. The other side's evil. Not going to relent. This is a war. Terms like that. It's a war. And the extremists on each side blaming the other side exclusively. They're to blame 110% for this. No, it is caustic. It is toxic. It's un-American. It's evil. No, it's time to, put down the hate, the divisive rhetoric, and try to work together. It's not corny or sing kumbaya. Try to work together, for crying out loud. Those are the strong people. Those are the people we need. Peace, unity, work together. This blame game, the other side sucks, getting old. What's that, Blue Boy? Tomorrow's Fantasy Friday. Wow. Yep, the weekend's upon us that quickly. I'll see you tomorrow. Fantasy Friday, straight up 4 o'clock. Be right here. I will be. And we'll be back on Twitter by tomorrow, I believe. My band will be up.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.